Hello Darts Nuts. I'm just going to do a little review of a set of darts that were won on Voks Designer Dart competition. These were the competition was won by Greg on the forum, aka Rebel, and for the prize he got 5 sets of darts, and he very kindly sent me a set. I've not even opened them up yet, and they're a 24-gram dart, and this was his winning design from the competition. And there was a lot of people who made comments on Facebook saying that they'd like to be able to buy the dart, but I'm not sure whether they will or will not go into production, but probably have to see about that maybe. But anyway, these are the darts, and what's it's in there. I thought there was a flank missing. Anyway, this is the barrel that Greg designed. He done his drawing and sent it off to Voks, and like everyone else, there was a lot of people sent the design off, and luckily for Greg, he got picked. I don't think there was any criteria about how the prize winner was picked. I think it was just a random picking, like a draw. But he's designed a very grippy dart here with a very nice scallop on the rear of the barrel. That scallop section has got like a very thin ring cut, like a micro style grip, so you've got some grip in that scallop, and then you've got these quite edgy rings. It's quite a high level of grip there at the front. So anyway, I'll show you a close-up now, and then you can have a good look at it. Okay, here's a quick close look. Then I'll put a picture up with all the measurements on. As you can see, it's fitted with a silver point, and it's got a slight taper to the front of the barrel with a couple of grooves on for extra grip. And then the front half of the barrel is made up of this edgy double ring grip. Like I said, that's a high level of grip. Feels slightly chunky around there, but really good for my front grip. And then on the rear you've got this nice comfortable scallop, and it's also got a micro ring style, very thin cut ring grip. So if you're a rear gripper, you've got a nice comfortable bit there to hold. But obviously I'm probably going to be throwing it around there. But it's a really good design actually. As you can see how edgy that grip is. It would be nice if the dart was made in production, like, because I'm sure a lot of people would like it. Obviously I think you can see where he's got the idea for some of the grips and that, but he's obviously wanted it done in a certain way for his own particular grip, but I have a feeling I might quite like that, throwing it from there. It feels quite nice in my fingers there. Seems to be nicely balanced as well. So I'll let you have a close look at the dart, then I'll put the detailed picture up. Okay, here's the detailed picture. Okay, here's the detailed look at the darts. It's got a 30mm point. The front of the barrel's got a slight taper with 3 grooves in it. That's 6.4mm. And then the front half of the barrel starts off with a kind of a scalloped ring, and then you've got this main double ring grip, and then another scalloped ring at the end, and that's 24mm wide. And then you go into a kind of a micro gripped style scallop, which is 15.4mm wide, and then there's a slight taper towards the end of the shaft, and that's 5.6mm wide. Overall length is 51.7mm, and the width is 7mm. Right, I'll just do some measurements along the barrel. So we can get that squared off. There we go. The length is 51.7 millimeters, and it looks on this front section to be the widest part. That's 7.02, and the middle of that scallop is 6.32, and the front taper just tapers down to a it's probably about 4 millimeters, 4.8, and then it tapers slightly on the very end, 6.25. Right, I'll just weigh the barrels, compare them. That's 24.07 grams. That's 24.02. And that is 24.08. And with the supplied shaft and flights, although I might not be using those flights, but it's 25.27 grams. Right, I'll see if I can find the balance. It's probably going to be near the front because of the way the scallop is. So with nothing attached, the barrel is a front weighted barrel, just around about there, and with the setup as it comes, although like I said this isn't in production, so you could just put your own setup on, but I'll just, for the sake of this, I'm just going to go by this, and with that the balance is just around about there, just in front of that scallop. There you go, that's the detailed look at the Voks designer dart, winning design by Greg on aka Rebel on Darts Nuts Forum. Quite interested to see how these work, like, because I do quite like that grip. It has a nice feel to it, and it has that slightly chunky feel that I often prefer, but I know some people may not like a thicker barrel, but I don't know, for me I feel as if I can control the slightly thicker barrel more than the thinner barrel, but it's what you get used to anyway. But I'm curious to see how they fly, so let's give them a throw and see how they go. I'm just holding the dart on the front as usual. It's a very nice grip, that, actually, but one thing I've just noticed with those few throws is it kind of feels lighter than it is. I don't know why. Maybe because it's got this scallop here and a lot of the weight is around here, so I might be quite close to the balance point there, but it feels a little bit zippy as well through the air. But the grip is very nice. It's a nice grippy feel to it. I probably wouldn't normally have these short stems on, like I'd probably have mediums on normally, but it's flying alright with these stems. Just that last one was it spun quite a bit, I don't know why. For the most part though, they're flying very steady through the air. I think with it having that scallop there, that is kind of suiting my slightly loopy style. I'm just going to have a throw from that scallop now just to see how that feels. It's got a nice micro grip there, but I'm not a ray gripper, so it's probably going to be a bit weird. Just too weird for me throwing it from there. I'll give it one more throw. And it's just too strange when it's not your natural grip. I'll just go back to my normal grip, but if you're a natural ray gripper then it's probably going to be fine. That it's a nice feeling micro style grip as well, but this is very nice, this grip here. I'd say it's probably a high level of grip, and it has a slightly chunky feel to the barrel. Oh well, that's the Voks designer dart, Winning Darts by Greg, aka Rebel, on Darts Nuts forum. It's actually a very nice dart, and I do like that grip quite a lot. Feels to be quite nicely balanced with my front grip, probably because of that scallop, making it a little bit more of the weight towards the front. I think maybe as well with having the short stems on that probably helps a bit, but it seemed to be flying very steady and stable through the air, and quite suits my loopy style of throw as well. Probably would be quite nice to see these come out commercially, but I don't know whether that'll happen or not, but it's a bit of a shame really, because it does feel quite a nice dart, and I think a lot of people are going to like this, especially the grip. And if you're a ray gripper as well, which I'm not, it's probably going to be very comfortable holding that scallop, but we'll just have to see. Maybe Voks might change their mind and bring it out commercially. So there you go, that's the end of the review. Thanks for watching.